I'm good whenever you are.
All right, so maybe do we want to explain just basics? What is a sanctuary city?
Well, what occurred here about 3 years ago, and there is no basic to this, is the problem. And I'll try to keep this as basic as possible. What happened 3 years ago is that there was lawsuits filed around the country challenging the ICE detainer and mainly the extra 48-hour hold that was part of the ICE detainer. Some sheriffs lost those lawsuits. Part of some of the judges' decisions were that the detainers were illegal. Most of them centered around whether or not ICE could hold somebody without a probable cause statement. Everybody else in law enforcement has to issue a probable cause statement for the sheriffs to hold them inside their jail or a judge's order. So that's what this centered around. We met with ICE on several occasions trying to work this out, and it came down to they weren't going to issue a probable cause statement. So we changed our policy that we still honored the detainer itself. We still flagged it in the system. We still contacted ICE, those type of things. We just didn't honor the 48 hours because that was the part that was getting sheriffs into trouble. It started a huge national debate on detainers and the 48 hours, and it got to the point where ICE made the decision to start giving probable cause statements. Once that happened, we changed our policy and we honor the 48 hours. This particular website, the Center of Immigration Studies, labeled us a sanctuary county, which I would argue we never were. And during that time frame, we had communication with them, asking them to remove us from that site. As of February, I believe it was 7th of 2017, the only argument was that we didn't honor the 48 hours. However, on their website, they posted that we don't honor ICE detainers without a court order or warrant, and that was simply not true. We never asked for a court order. We never asked for a warrant. We asked for a probable cause statement, like every other law enforcement agency has to provide us. ICE changed their policy on that. They're giving us probable cause statements. Last February of 2017, we're honoring the 48-hour holds as well. From that point, we had contact with a Jessica Vaughn with the Center for Immigration Studies. We drafted a letter, sent it to her August 30th of 2017, and they're just now getting back to us on that letter. So today, due to the fact that for 3 years we were getting tons of phone calls, we had politicians calling constantly. The commissioners were worried we were a sanctuary county, those type of things, which we never were, other than according to this website. And so we got the letter saying that they're going to take us off their website. They haven't yet, because we're still on there by their little map, but I have an email saying that they're going to take us off of their website, labeling us a sanctuary county. So I thought it was important to put that out to the citizens of Sedgwick County, since there had been so much discussion and confusion about this particular issue.
So will this change anything for you guys?
It
Or
doesn't
just
change
the fact
anything.
that, okay, why did it take so long?
You'd have to ask Jessica Vaughn why that is. We had communication with her long before August, trying to work this out. Never would hear back from them. That's when myself and Laura Oblinger, who's the lawyer for the Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office, drafted a letter to put out, or to give to Jessica Vaughn with the Center of Immigration Studies, stating what we stated in this letter, plus our policy that shows we're absolutely in compliance with ICE and what they do, and we're just now getting the information back.
Do you know if there were other cities in the same situation as well?
Oh, there's a lot of counties in this situation. In fact, so much so I've been part of, or been a part of some committees at the national level, National Sheriff's Association level, where this is a big discussion, because what started this was ICE put out a document saying all these sheriff's offices that weren't in compliance with ICE. We were one of them because of the probable cause issue. That was in the beginning of 16, after President Trump came into office. Because of that, all these counties went on there, and almost all these counties, except in your major big cities where those are actual, no one's ever defined a sanctuary county or city, but if you look at the definitions that are out there, that's what they are. They absolutely do not comply They don't give any information. Police aren't allowed to work with them, those type of things. And so we were working with ICE for the last year to try to work out this issue for the sheriffs, because we're the ones getting sued, not the federal government. And the compromise was ICE would start filling out probable cause affidavits, which relieved the sheriffs of a lot of the issues that were taking place.
What was it like to get the email today?
It justified our position. You know, I never really put a lot of stock into what this group was doing because no one can really explain who they are. And the problem is that they were labeling us as such. It was causing issues with our own community here, thinking that we were harboring illegal aliens, which was not true. And because of that, you know, that's why we stayed on top of this, trying to get our name removed, because it was causing so much confusion and somewhat anger in our community.
Anything else you think people should know, or you want to tell them?
No, I think that's about it. I mean, the facts are the facts. You know, we've argued this point for 3 years, and finally we feel justified in what we've been pursuing, and feel like that now we can put this to rest and move on to other, actually bigger issues that are facing our community.
Great. Thanks.
I don't know what all you want.